This may be a tough episode this week, mate.
Yep. Definitely one of the harder ones to get through, I think. But look, we could say cue the music, and I wish we could just play us like a sadboi track to when I say cue the music, right?
Yeah, it's been a couple of days, and all I still want to hear is sadboi music. Yeah. Well, let's get into it.
Cue the music.
Welcome back to another episode of Fine Leg to Full Forward. As you can tell, I have my voice back this week. We're going to celebrate the little wins any way we can.
Yep, absolutely.
Feeling a bit better, although still feel like I am a week and a half into a hangover. So yeah, not been. It's been a struggle for the last little bit. It's great to have your company for those listening. I think we're definitely going to need it this week. It's been a long couple of days, filled with what ifs,
filled with replaying scenes
over and over again, filled with not a lot of sleep. How are you doing? Hey, without going into specifics yet, because we're obviously going to touch on it. If you've seen the title of the episode, so we're obviously going to touch on it. But how are you feeling?
I'm feeling okay. I'm day by day, mate. Little wins.
By day. Little wins, yeah. Look, today was a good day.
Today was a good day.
The
other day we went to Macca's and we got an extra apple pie.
We did get an extra. I forgot about that. Yeah.
So remember, don't forget about that. Remember
little
that.
Wins, yeah, little positives.
Yeah.
Just to get us through.
Yeah.
You might have already been able to sense, guys, that it's going to be a bit of a different episode this week. Personally, I feel like I'm talking in a very somber tone. It's kind of summing up how I've been feeling lately.
Just got to express how you feel right now.
That's it.
This is the sad boy episode.
I've kind of been dreading it, to be honest.
What, doing this?
Doing this and having to talk about it. Obviously, we have to talk about it.
But think of it this way. You talk about it now, you never have to talk about it again. And anyone that wants to talk about it, just be like, watch the episode.
Yeah, go back, listen to Fine Leg to Full Forward. That's it. You spin it into a plug. That's all right. Yep. We need you. This is a plug sign. Where's that gone? Where's that gone these days?
I think it's in the other room.
We'll find it. You might see that next week. Maybe. Well.
How have you been, though? You asked me how I've been.
Yeah, it's been a struggle. For reasons that'll be made clearer a little later on. I've kind of been wearing it a little more than others in the team.
Yeah.
Again, we haven't said what's the issue at the moment.
It could be anything.
But day by day, as you said, it's time is the only healer.
That's right.
I feel like we are being a little dramatic, but it's just how it's been. It's just how it's been. I'm here speaking my truth right now.
That's it, mate. If you feel something, you got to express it.
That's it. Enough dilly-dallying around. Should we get into Run It Back?
Let's do it.
Quite early this week.
What, to get into Run It Back?
Yeah.
We just got to get straight into it.
We just want to get it, let's be honest, we want to get it over with this week.
Yeah. Run it back.
Okay, so we are an AFL podcast, as we've mentioned. That's our identity during it's not winter yet, is it? During the non-summer months, I'll say.
During the non-cricket month? Yeah, non-summer. Yeah. Cricket still happens.
So round one in the books.
Yes.
So we'll quickly go through it. For those of you who are listening to us last footy season, we're not like any other podcast. We're not. We don't talk about all the games. We quickly run through a couple of them that arguably the most interesting or something noteworthy's happened, and just kind of touch on them a bit.
Yep.
Because let's be honest, you don't turn to us for your news, and nor should you.
No, definitely not.
Kicked off on a Wednesday night, which I'm still on the fence about.
Yeah, it's like you're going to slowly keep going back and back in the week.
Yeah.
Tuesday night footy!
It's just going to come back. It's going to start like a following Thursday earlier. We're not even going to notice.
Isn't that like basketball or American sports? Literally every day, right? It's a
Yeah. But, there's 82 games in an NBA season,
True.
So you kind of got to squeeze them in any way you can.
Yes, but Dogs
and D's was the grand final rematch to kick off the season, And as mentioned by every commentator throughout the entire fucking night, eerily similar to the grand final, as in D's got away early, then the Dogs clawed back to be in front, and then the D's clawed back and ran away with it.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, it was a game of momentum, as was the grand final.
Yep.
Melbourne remains strong. They lost Salem early.
Yeah.
I don't know how serious that is. Again, don't turn to us for your news. But yeah, they were down early in the defensive stocks and kept going. Found a way.
And Melbourne pride themselves on their defense as well. So to pull through was pretty impressive. Like you said, full of momentum. It definitely wasn't a game of I kick a goal, you kick a goal, I kick a goal. No, it was one team kicks 5 or 6 goals unanswered, and then the other team has a turn.
Yeah, I think the D's were like 4 in a row, and then the Dogs were 8 in a row.
Yeah,
something bizarre.
Like that. Thursday night, which is usually when the footy starts.
Yep.
With Carlton Richmond, the classic Carlton Richmond game.
Well, it was anything but of late, wasn't it?
Wow, absolutely. First time since, correct me if I'm wrong, is it 2012?
I think about that, yeah.
The Blues got up.
Go the Baggers.
It was, geez, what a comeback win as a club, just for club morale.
Well, yeah.
And I was watching my Brownlow pick Paddy Cripps go at it.
He's had a strong start to the season.
Strong start.
One game in.
Watching Doherty play was unbelievable.
What an emotional moment that was when he kicked that goal.
All I could think of was the episode that we did on
comebacks.
On comebacks.
Yeah.
I was just like, this is the comeback.
I want to say off the top of my head, episode 10.
I have no idea.
761 days, I think it's called.
That's it.
I think it was episode 10. It's another Sad Boy episode, but
yes.
a different. It's like an appreciative Sad Boy. We're like,
yeah,
I don't know. Just go listen to it. I don't know.
It's a Sad Boy with it's always like a nice ending, whereas today is just sad,
just shit,
just sad, which is okay as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, great start to the season for the Blues.
Yeah, it was it looked like when Richmond were up by a bit, like, okay, same old story.
Here we go again.
Yeah, here we go again. But yeah, they found a way to claw back. And
the last quarter especially, that was when they really, yeah.
GWS Sydney, not much to say other than Buddy's journey to 1,000 continues. So we'll see how often, how long it is before that happens.
Yep. Does he need 5? Or?
I think he needs 4 more now.
Okay.
I think he kicked 1. Yeah, I think. Okay. I could be wrong. I don't know.
Just 1 week at a
time.
time.
Don't turn to us for your news.
And another game we're watching. I remember we were watching this together.
We watched a bit of it, yeah.
Like a little bit of it. The Adelaide Freo game. 1 point in it. Such a nail biter. But more importantly, well, not more importantly.
No, more importantly. I know where you're going with this. Yeah.
We were sitting down watching it, and maybe because it was happening in Adelaide, and a Freo player kicked an unbelievable goal. Like it was, like it was in a contest. The ball was knocked away, and in midair he timed it was like a hack in the middle of the air, and he timed it so that the ball would just perfectly snap through the goal.
Like a perfect check side spiral.
Check side spiral midair. And there was absolutely nothing from the crowd and the commentators. There was we were in shock. Not firstly of the goal, because it was incredible. We were like, oh, this is goal of the year contender round 1 straight away. But more in shock at the fact that no one was saying anything about it. No one gave a shit.
We were sitting there going, oh my God, hands on heads.
Yeah.
We're trying to explain how amazing that was to our girlfriends sitting next to us. We're just like, oh my God, watch this happen. And we're just listening. We're like, why is no one giving a shit?
It was like the audio wasn't lining up with the video. I was like, well, what is going on? But yeah, geez, I hope it gets a bit more notice later in the season. It gets a bit more appreciation, because that was a moment, and went. But that's what you come to us for, just small moments like that
people may miss.
You
might pick up on a few more moments that you may have missed last season. Now that you got access to the KO mini matches.
mate.
Yeah,
That's it.
This is not a plug, but I mean, you never know. You got to shoot your shot. You got to be in it to win it. I mean, KO, holla at us. Just
yeah.
All right. So yeah, bit of footy there because we are an AFL podcast, but
yes. Do you want to go back to being a sad boy?
Well, I don't want to, but we kind of have to, don't we? So yeah, the Pels. With the Pels, we played our grand final against Doveton on Saturday, and it couldn't have been much closer. It physically could not have been much closer, like any closer.
Yeah, actually, you couldn't. We might as well run through the whole game, right? Like
we might as well.
We are in footy season, but I think you've probably noticed by now we like talking about ourselves as well, and like the Pels and this stuff.
Yeah. We try and pick something that's happened and make that the theme, whether it's in footy or with us, and we try and relate it to footy. So yeah, that's what we're doing.
Yep,
you got to be okay with it because it's our show.
Well, they're here, so yeah.
Thank you, by the way. We love you.
The game was, so we get to the venue, tiny ground.
Cones were a long way in too.
And within the tiny ground, the cones were in probably the smallest square boundaries that I've played on since very early junior cricket. I used to play, when I played under 14s down in Inverloch. That's how close it was. So we were thinking, okay, big scoring game. This is probably going to be a matter of, as opposed to taking wickets, trying to restrict the other team to 250, whatever.
We were there. We were there about. Well, we were there a little bit before 12, but a couple of the other boys rocked up not long after us, and straight away we were in there. We're going, okay, we need to have a field set here. We need to be set up like this because they're going to score quickly. We've just got to try and restrict. It was the mindset from the get go.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then we won the toss and we bowled first.
Yes, well, we had discussions about this beforehand. It's like we're more of a bowling team than a batting team, so we thought finals, bowl first. Build some momentum. It
was more like settling into the game together as a team.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck being the two out there at the start.
Yeah.
I don't want to face the first ball of the grand final. And like it proved to be early on the right call. I mean, Mr. Baxter Vodka himself, Mitchell Jeffrey, took 2 for none in the first over, and holy fuck, we were up and about.
It was 2 for none. How many Baxters does Jeffers have, by the way? Is that his third, fourth?
I think it might be his fourth. I think that's his third in a row.
That is insane.
That's fucked. Well done, Jeffers. Well done.
We love Jeffers.
We do. He nearly carried us all the way. 4 for 18 he ended up with.
4 for 18, 2 wickets in the first over. I don't think you can think of a better start to a grand final than that.
Well, I said to you beforehand, didn't I? Because we lost to them quite badly a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Because from what we'd heard, they no disrespect to anyone, they had 2 or 3 really good batters, and there was a bit of a drop off after that.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't really see any other batters when we played them.
Yeah.
So we're thinking we just need a couple of things to go away early, and who knows? And to kind of skip ahead a little bit, we had them. We restricted them to 107 off 36 overs.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very gettable on a ground that small.
Absolutely. It was, but, it's a final, mate. So I think we were saying this in the semi as well. In the semi, we chased down, was it 90 odd?
Yeah, 6 down.
6 down. The score is irrelevant when it comes to chasing in a final. It's all up there. It's okay, we've lost a wicket, we've lost a couple of wickets.
Maybe we should have batted first.
How do you hold your nerve? Nah, but I don't know.
We're still going through the what ifs, and we haven't even fully told the story yet.
Started yet. But, we were batting.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's
losing wickets consistently. Like we were at drinks, so the halfway point, we were 54.
Yeah.
So we were chasing 108, and we were exactly halfway there.
Yeah.
With 7 wickets in hand.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, scoring's tough.
Yeah.
But we have wickets in the shed.
Yeah.
We're still on top here.
I don't know. I don't know about you. Was there ever a point during the innings when we were chasing that you were like, we're in control? Or did you ever? Yeah, okay.
No.
Because neither.
And that might be harsh to say. But just because of how, like, where we usually get the runs from, it just didn't happen. And how regularly we were losing wickets. I was just like, and I worry. Like, I'm often with sports and my own performance and that kind of thing. I'm very much a glass half empty kind of guy. I try not to be.
Yeah.
But like, I think nerves sometimes get the better of me.
Yeah.
And so, losing wickets consistently, then I find myself in the middle. I don't know how many runs we need at this stage. There's not a lot of overs left, and there's more runs to get than I back myself to get. I feel like I've got a pretty good defensive game. I feel like
absolutely. We both do. We both have good technique.
Yeah.
If random people, if we were in the nets, someone like walked by and saw us both batting, they'd be like, "Oh, these guys are potentially opening batters, or like these guys can bat."
Yeah.
And then they watch me try to play an actual shot, like cover drive or a pull shot, and then like, okay.
That's the thing. Like, I feel like we're both good defensively, but I might have 1 or 2 shots.
As of late.
Yeah. So I'm going out there.
Do you remember what the score was when you went out?
Nah, I don't know.
I think we needed about. Still needed about 20 or 25 odd to win.
Was it that much? Was it?
I think so.
Off what? 3 overs? 4 overs?
It was about.
I don't think it was that much.
Really?
I'm not sure now. We'll say that. We'll say that for the sake of it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And so obviously being quite defensive minded when batting and not really having that many shots, I didn't give myself a chance. I'm walking out here going, this sucks. I can't believe we lost another granny. And then hit a 4.
Yeah.
Like, okay, like a full toss on the hips, and I just kind of turn around the corner. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Then I run Jeffers out.
Yes.
And I wish I could say it was for the pod content to have me and Ashwin there together at the end, but it wasn't. It really wasn't. And Jeffers, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. The way you hit the ball, it was spinning away from the fielder, but it didn't spin away from him as much as I thought it did.
Yeah.
And I did burn him.
You did burn him. Not intentionally.
No, not intentionally. Not at all.
But after doing that, fine leg to full forward was at the crease.
We were at the crease together.
Batters
10 and 11.
10 and 11. Hanging in there trying to save this game. And we said before...
Trying to win the game.
Trying to win this game. We said before, if we have to bat, we don't want to think about that. Right at the start of the game, we're like, don't even think about having to bat. Don't even... Should we leave the kit in the car? Should we bring the kit out?
Yeah, we said that, didn't we? Yeah.
Both out there. And at that point, I think there were 2 overs left.
Yeah.
Or 1.5 or something like that.
And anyway, it got to the point where we needed 6 off 6.
6 off 6.
And that's a game that Asher and I can kind of do. Like, we're pretty good at dropping and running, like quick singles. But I think we didn't say this when we were out, that we're both thinking we do it once or twice, they're going to bring the field in and we're not going to be able to get through.
Yep.
So I was like, we're just going to do it. We're just going to give it a crack. So Ashwin's on strike for the first ball of the last over. Bat on ball, drop and run, quick single, 5 off 5. And I'm on strike. And man, I can't even tell you what shot I played. I can't remember. I just remember the ball being somewhat in the slot and I just fucking swung at it. I don't know why. I don't know why I swung. That's not what I do.
But you did.
And it went for 4.
And it was like a lofted glance almost. It was majestic, mate. It was
Thanks,
awesome.
mate. Thanks. And so I'm kind of I ran like I'm like I don't hit 4s. That's not what I do.
Yeah.
So and I turn around, see it's gone for 4. I see everyone on the sideline going fucking crazy. I turn to you.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen you fired up about anything.
Yeah.
And your eyes are wide open. You're like, yes, come on. I'm like, holy shit, what are we about to do right here? What are we about to do? So that 4 ties the score.
Tied with, so first ball single, second ball 4.
Yeah. Out of nowhere, I've tied the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I'm thinking, holy shit, what are we about to do? And then they don't bring the field in.
No, they don't.
They don't bring the field in. And I remember like glancing over, like sort of towards the onside, and thinking, all I got to do is get bat and ball, put it towards that area. You're backing up. You're quick. You're going to get there. I just got to take off.
You told me, you're like, back up. Yeah, back up. I was like, yep.
And so the ball comes in. Try and play that shot towards the onside. Into the gap. And then a leading edge. And it scoops up. It like pops up to mid off. I like to think that there was a chance he might have dropped it. But no, he hung on, and just like that, I went out to bat. Didn't give us any chance. Almost got us over the line out of nowhere. And then unfortunately couldn't. I remember being sort of stuck. Like I couldn't move from the middle of the crease.
You dropped. He literally dropped. Like usually,
before that, like I turned around and saw all the boys with their hands on their head.
Yeah.
And then I dropped. I'm just like, fuck. I was this close to doing something really special.
Yeah.
And yeah, I dropped. I put my head in my hands, and all the Doveton boys they fucking swarmed me. They were like, "Oh, fucking great effort, mate. Bad luck, buddy. Bad luck." I'm just like, it's nice that you've done that, but I don't want to. I don't want to do this right now.
Yeah.
I don't want to do this. And then all the boys come up to me one by one. They're like, great effort. I'm just like, I don't want to hear it because it's not, because we lost.
Yeah,
we lost. And I think, I don't know if it would have been better losing by, like if I'd have got out like second or third ball, I'm like, oh fuck, well we had to try, but we were never going to by that point.
And the fact
that I opened the door,
you got it so close. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know. For me, it's like, because I reckon we had the exact same conversation, us, and it would be an extra person or an extra two people for the next, like after that happened, for the next like 3 or 4 hours, just on loop, just the same thing.
So many just what ifs. That's what. We had end of season drinks, didn't we? Like we did after the last grand final.
Yeah,
and we're reliving, just going through it like the same moment, or what if we'd found a run here? What if we'd done this differently? I'm just like, I don't have the emotional capacity to deal with this.
No,
I want to go home.
Yeah,
and I went home and couldn't get sleep. I closed my eyes and I kept reliving it. And it sounds silly because it's just a game of cricket, but it's something that when you're working towards something with your teammates all season, when it's such a big commitment every Saturday, and you invest so much time and energy into it, and then to get so close and not even lose the grand final, to tie the grand final.
Sorry, we didn't even make that clear. Everyone at home's probably like, you tied it. What?
Yeah. So because we tied the grand final, Doveton, the opposition, they finished high on the ladder. They were first, we were second. Because they finished higher, they won. And yeah.
There was even a bit of like after the game, there was a bit of did they actually win? Is it a shared victory? Do we all get thingos or whatever? But I think by that point it was sort of, the emotion was already there. Like we'd already gone through
seeing them with their medals and the trophy. It's like, it's just a bit empty.
It was sort of, it sort of got to a point like that. But
it wasn't to be. It almost was, and again, as I said, couldn't got much closer. Yeah, I was didn't really want to talk about it again, but obviously it was something we had to kind of touch on. Wasn't to be. The Pels will just have to come back next year and give it another crack, because it hurts. It still hurts.
Yeah,
it sucks. It fucking sucks. I really thought we were going to get it this year.
Yeah,
I really thought.
Getting so close yet so far, and
we probably waffled on a bit longer than we should have then. So what I'm going to do is move it on, if that's all right, but not move it on too much. So, not inspired, because that was shit. Fucking hated what happened on Saturday. On the theme of heartbreaking moments, we want to invite you into our sad boy zone right now, and we're going to go through some of our personal most heartbreaking AFL moments, because obviously we're an AFL podcast, and this is the theme we've picked for the week, because what else would it be after what happened, right?
That's it. Heartbreak. Welcome to the feels corner.
Welcome to the feels corner. You're right.
Yeah. Do you want to kick us off?
I might as well keep going on. I'm in fucking cry soon.
On a roll, mate.
Yeah. So the thing about this episode is it's very subjective. Like it's very, very personal. Each to their own. And afterwards, we'll definitely reach out, because we want to hear some of your heartbreaking moments. We want to bring you down to our level. But I'll kick it off with the 2013 prelim. Something that we've mentioned before, because we've mentioned Silky Sean Burgoyne, a big friend of the show. We mentioned how the role he played in that last quarter.
Yep.
But thinking back to this Geelong team, won the flag 2 years ago. You know, the likes of Bartel, the likes of Selwood was in the form of his career. Like, he came second in the Brownlow 2 weeks or like a week later by one vote. You know, Stevie J, Paul Chapman, Joel Corey is just underrated his whole career. Corey and Wright.
Nice.
So many, and the list goes on. Yeah, playing Hawthorn, playing in another final series, and up by 20 at 3/4 time.
You'd won the premiership quarter.
We had, yeah. The third quarter is the premiership quarter, isn't it? You're right.
That's it.
You're right. And yeah, as I said, Silky Sean Burgoyne kicked the goal to get him in front, and yeah, it wasn't to be for the Cats that day, that year. I remember just sitting there thinking afterwards, like, how has that happened? How has that happened? I think you could say Hawthorn were probably the better team that year. I think Freo finished top. I want to say top of the ladder, I think.
Yeah.
That year, but yeah, Geelong, Hawthorn, two of the best sides that year. Hawthorn probably a little better. But yeah, just sitting there thinking, as I said, like, I'm kind of glass half empty with sports and stuff. Like, yeah. I do not hope for the worst, but prepare for it.
Yeah.
And even then, I was just sitting there afterwards going, how has that happened? How's that happened? We were in such a good position. We're a quarter away from another grand final.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it just wasn't to be. I was just sitting there going, I can't believe it.
Wasn't to be, man.
Wasn't to be. Yes, that was quite a heartbreaking one as a Geelong fan. Yeah. How about you, mate? You want to give us off with one?
Yeah, these are all, we might as well just go through them pretty quickly. I realise now that we spent quite a bit of time talking about the granny. Deservedly so.
Right.
It's a big moment. But we said it, emotions are very subjective. You know, there's very little that you can use to justify why you feel them. And I think of myself as a reasonably emotional person, but I haven't cried properly very many times in my life. Maybe a handful, maybe 3 or 4 times.
Properly. I don't think I've seen you cry.
Yeah. No, I always talk about being a sad boy and listening to sad songs and everything, but actually crying. Adam Simpson's last game in 2009. Such a strange thing to get sad about. You know, he's had a decorated, wonderful career, 306 games for the club, skipper from 2004, 2008, consistent performer throughout his whole career. And we played a game of Friday night footy against the Blues. One of one Friday night games for the year for North Melbourne. He was injured in his last training session before the game, and I don't know if they gave him some green injections or something to get him going right before the game.
Bit of spice.
Bit of spice to get him up and going, but played superbly well, and we went down by 9 points. And I just remember thinking, I'm never going to see Adam Simpson play another game for North Melbourne ever again. And I bawled my eyes out. Maybe because I was 13. I don't know if that's just a thing, but I still can't justify why I bawled my eyes out. But it's just one of those things, mate. You can't control emotions in that particular.
No, you don't know how you're going to react. No.
Exactly. But that's one.
That's one. All right, I'll quickly go through another. And surprise, surprise, as a Geelong fan, it's another September moment. And I'm going to go not the prelim because I feel like being real sad. Yeah. Again, today was a good day, but we're really embracing it right now. The 2020 grand final. Obviously, Cats went down to Richmond. But the most heartbreaking thing about this and the 2019 prelim, so the year before, was also against Richmond. We were up.
Yeah.
We were up. We were up at half time.
Yeah.
Yep. And I remember before go back to the 2020 grand final, I didn't give us a chance into the game. Again, I don't want, I'm nervous energy. I'm not giving us a chance. I don't want to make myself believe.
Yeah.
And then we were up, and I'm thinking 2019 prelim.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna make myself believe.
Yep.
And then they ran away with it.
Mm.
And I remember sitting there on the couch again. I was even more dejected. Didn't say anything. I do remember a single tear strolling down my face, which I didn't think would happen.
Yeah.
I said strolling. I meant streaming. A single
I didn't even
tear
question it.
streaming down my face. Now, I know there'll be one listener who will be like, "Oh, you fucked up that saying," and I'll wait for him to slide into my DMs. Just dejected it again. It kind of put so much time and energy into the season because that was the first
the COVID
COVID-affected year.
Yeah.
And so really, really trying to look for positives. And, the footy was a positive that year. And, wasn't to be. So really flat after that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heartbreaking, mate.
How about you?
I think the listeners probably know that my favourite AFL player of all time has and most likely will always be Daniel Wells.
It's not going to be anyone else ever.
Yeah, probably
No.
not. Daniel Wells was just growing up everything to me in terms of footy. But as soon as you bring up the name Daniel Wells, it's linked with one, magic, and two, injuries. It's just the way it's been. So I remember, he'd moved to Collingwood, didn't get to play many games, was out for about a year. I think he played in round 12 a particular year, injured himself, and he was making his comeback round 10 the next year to play an Indigenous round. Fitting.
Meant to be.
Kicked 3 goals in the first quarter. Was going, and everyone was like, Wellesley is back. Wellesley is back. Man is here. He's arrived. Got tackled. I don't even know if it was second quarter or third quarter, but tackled, and he went down. I think he sort of rolled his knee, and as soon as I saw it, it was one of those moments when you sort of think, this is the last time I'm doing this, or the last time I'm seeing something, and I sort of knew in that moment that this was the last time I'd be seeing Daniel Wells on a footy field, and that was just, for me, it was hard to accept, but it was just heartbreaking.
Yeah, having known you for a long time, I've known the time and energy you've invested into Wellesley. So yeah, I can't imagine how that would have felt for you. And it's weird. Sport makes us feel things that not a lot else does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sad.
If you got any sad boy moments, feel free to share them with us, right? We're all about sharing sad boy moments.
Embrace the sad boy moment. Let us know your saddest. Try and keep it AFL if you can.
Yeah.
If not, just be sad with us in general.
Just be sad with us.
Get in touch.
So getting forward now, we've run it back through heartbreak. Getting forward, what is the best way of getting over a heartbreaking game? There's
the magic question.
The magic question, mate. We're going through it at the moment. Because post game we were saying this. You'd be like, okay, you got to share your wins and you share your losses with your teammates. That's what makes team sport so good. That's why team sport is so much, I think anyway, personally, better than individual sports. Because you can share the highs and lows together. But I remember, going back to the club rooms and going back for drinks after and everything, and just having the same conversations, and it felt like we were on loop. We're very much on loop. It's just like, oh yeah, got so close, did this, that happened. This could have happened. Yeah, and then we'd talk about something else, and then we'd be, oh yeah, got so close.
Yeah, it's not on you, boys.
It's not on you. And it's I don't know. I still think it's probably better than going home and just bottling it up yourself. But is it? Because I don't know. Like, if you're just going in circles and having the same conversations, and it makes you feel worse and worse about it, you're just replaying it more. Then I don't know. Is it better or worse? I don't know what the right answer is.
There is no right answer. The only real thing is time.
Yeah.
Like any kind of pain that you go through, like it's time. And again, like in the grand scheme of things, sport, it's not really much, but it kind of is, because as I said, there's not really much like it. Yeah. And that's why we kind of talk about it on here the way we do. I mean, it's been a massive part of our lives. But man, it's time.
Yeah.
And I wish there was a quick fix, because I'd be feeling a lot better about it, but yeah.
Time, mate.
Time.
Time transforms anything, you know. The time is so powerful. We'll be laughing about this. We actually will.
I can't see that yet.
I know you can't see it yet, but it'll happen. Yeah, I don't know if you've noticed, but we definitely I was still quite, upset about the loss, but in terms of, I think, emotional investment, I'm not as sort of as invested, I guess. Is that fair to say? Like I still, I think for me it was more surprising, because I am very much no expectations.
Yeah. Especially at that point when you were coming out to bat.
At that point, I'm just like, okay, I guess I'll, formalities.
Yeah.
Go out and do my thing. But yeah, having no hope, and then having hope, and then having no hope again is a very quick roller coaster to be on within half an over. So,
yeah, all that and 3 balls.
3 balls.
Yeah.
So that's what really got to me. I was like, oh, geez, so much up and down.
That's why it was so devastating for everyone, really. Like, I really wanted to be doing this episode this week with the medal around my neck. Like, I wanted to not get out of the Pels uniform until work on Monday.
Yeah.
It wasn't to be. We have really, really sucked about this for the whole episode, but you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is.
Mate,
we're going to keep feeling it. We're going to keep referencing it.
We've got range. We can be sad boys if we want to.
We can. You know what? I'm a fucking smartass all the time on this show. I'm just showing the listeners, the viewers, another side. So you're just going to have to deal with it. I might start crying on the show within the next few weeks. You know what? That's my process.
Yeah. Switch on?
Let's switch on.
Let's switch on.
Switch on.
Okay, so switching on like we do, we're going to get thinking, but we're going to keep it on theme.
Got to commit to the bit.
We're committing to the bit, and the bit this week is sad boy.
I guess it's not really a bit.
It's not a bit. I'm really sad. But again, today was a good day. I'll kick off with the first question, as I always do. This is a would you rather.
Oh, I like a would you rather.
Would you rather lose a grand final or lose every game of the season?
Oh, that's a good one.
Right?
Because
if you think about it,
yeah,
it's an achievement to get to the grand final.
Yeah,
like it is. You have to be in it to win it, and we were in it on the last day, and we were in it. We were fucking in it till the very end.
Yeah.
Well, we weren't, but then we were. We've covered that.
Yeah.
But obviously, it sucks. Like, because I know you're not really that competitive.
Yes.
I am competitive.
More so, yeah.
But it's also like you play for enjoyment, and if the boys are all in a good mood, like enjoying it more often than not means you're winning. But if you're not winning any games, your expectations are set pretty early.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
A bit like North last year. See, we're an AFL podcast.
Yeah. Bring it back.
What do you think?
I think it would depend on how I was performing in each of the games.
Like how we say.
Yeah. If we lost every single game of the year, but I was like, I did okay, and like it's just a hard league, or we're just we're all right, but we we're pretty competitive and played decent cricket. I I'd be fine with. But again, I'm not competitive, mate.
Yeah,
Like,
and that's not a self-centered comment. That's he doesn't want to feel responsible for the loss. That's not as long as I'm okay, as long as I'm playing okay, that's fine. That's I don't want to feel responsible for the loss.
yes.
So just to clear up that.
Yeah. Thanks for that.
That's all right.
What about you? I'm assuming you'd say. Oh, actually, I don't know what you'd say.
I don't know. I'm feeling pretty shit now.
Yeah.
And this whole thing about feeling responsible for loss, I haven't got past that yet. How often the boys have said it's not on me.
Yeah. Because you took, did you take 2 wickets, 3 wickets?
I took two.
Took two.
2 wickets and a catch.
And a catch.
I got up and about the catch, didn't I?
Oh, yeah.
Bay 13 over there. I probably was like, yeah. Mate, it was a fun day for the most part.
Mm.
No, it wasn't. I don't know. You got to be in it to win it. I think we being part of a good team makes it enjoyable.
Yeah.
As well as being like playing with your mates and stuff. But
yeah,
making the grand finals an achievement. Well, I think I'll say that.
I think so too. I think you'd be more disappointed with losing every game compared to myself. I think you'd be like, in terms of enjoyment, you would struggle to get as much enjoyment if we were losing every single game.
Having said that, my first season of seniors, when we were nowhere close to finals, and I was just taking wickets for fun.
Yeah,
that was all right. But no.
Okay.
Lose the grand final.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know. I can't believe I'm saying that. Okay. Question 2 for you. This is my last one for you. What is the Pels' winning percentage over the last 2 home and away seasons?
Wow.
This is going to bum us the fuck out. Give me a percentage, just quick.
Just overall, it would be high. We get to the finals, so I'm going to say 88%.
Okay, it's not that high. It's 70%.
Okay.
70%. 70% winning and no flag. Sad boys.
Sad boys, mate.
We did put like a trigger warning if any of the Pels boys want to listen to this episode back. We just say, hey, don't.
Yeah.
Can we put that 40 odd minutes in? Trigger warning. Anyway, that's my sad boy switch on for you.
That's good.
What do you got?
On theme. Question 1.
Got to keep it on theme.
What is the best sad song to play in the change rooms after a heartbreaking game?
Oh shit! We haven't really had a lot of laughs, have we? This episode. It really hasn't been
committing, mate.
I hope this will be a different listen this week. I hope it's still somewhat enjoyable for you guys.
Yeah,
you've seen a different side of us, so you can embrace it any way you like. This is funny because one of the Pels faithful. I didn't catch his name. I don't actually know who he was. I don't think I've met him before. Had a couple of decks set up in the change rooms beforehand, and one of the songs that came on before the game was "Robbery" by Juice WRLD.
Yes,
and that is a sad boy song that gets me going.
Okay, yeah,
but nah, I don't know. Let me have a look and see. What's yours? I've got a sad boy playlist. Let me have a quick look.
I've got a sad boy playlist as well.
You've got to have an answer ready.
I've got too many sad boy songs. I love sad boy songs.
Despite not crying.
I listen to them with a blank face, just numb inside.
You haven't got one?
I feel like my favorite for sort of sad boy song right now would be "Falling" by Harry Styles.
Oh yeah, that was one of the ones that we played after the game, wasn't it? When we were driving back to the club.
Yeah,
we just sat in the car. We just went because we had a hype playlist on beforehand, didn't we? And we got back in the car and it just picked up where it left off. We both just went nope. Oh shit! And then it came on, and we were just like both like. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a pretty good one. I don't have a particular one. Can I say "Goodbye, My Lover" by James Blunt? Goodbye, my love. Did I disappoint you? I'll let you down.
I can't think of that without thinking of The Office, though.
Should I be feeling guilty? Let the judges frown. Oh, there you go. See, we're laughing. We're laughing this
Laughing,
week.
mate.
Yeah, goodbye, my lover. The lover being the trophy. Being the trophy.
That's the thing about sad music, right? You can always
Associate
find
it.
a way to like link it back. It's got
Anyway, like-
nothing to do
Yeah.
with anything, but it's just like, yeah, that applies to me.
I'm really not ready for this episode, you know. But we're here. And
We're here, mate.
We're soldiering on.
Pushing through.
What do you got for me?
Question 2. Sticking. Oh no, we're going away from the sad boy theme. Actually, I don't know. Batman's pretty sad. It's pretty dark.
The new one's very dark.
It is. It is the darkest
Literally.
Batman.
It's like,
It
that's what's going on. It's like, it was an episode of Game of Thrones that was intentionally dark as well. And I remember
Right.
watching it, I was like, I can't actually fucking see what's going on.
Can't see what's going on.
That might be these, though. These old. Anyway, sorry.
We watched Batman together on the weekend.
That was the key take out there.
Yes. The character, Bruce Wayne. Right?
Yep.
Based in America, obviously, Gotham City. So Bruce Wayne wouldn't play footy or cricket.
Good call.
In
Yeah,
America.
that's a fair assumption.
But which of the sports do you think he'd be better at, and what sort of role would he play within the sport?
How tall is Batman?
Like above average. He was not like super tall, but I think like 190 or 180 something, 190.
Guys, I'm taller than Batman. I'll say footy. He's,
Okay.
he's definitely got the frame for like a strong, bullish midfielder.
Yeah.
He'd take a few people out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you put him in the midfield?
I put him in the midfield.
Yeah, like a bull, like a Petrarca.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I reckon so.
Nice.
So. What do you say? If you say
Um,
he's coming on ball and leggies, I'll fucking slap you.
I wasn't gonna, but now that you've said it,
Yeah, that's my bad, ladies and gents. I do apologise a bit. What's your statement?
he could literally do anything, mate. Obviously strong, but he's got the tactics down pat as well. So he could very much be a tactician on the cricket field.
You reckon?
Absolutely. You'd know what's going on, and he's got the hand-eye coordination to handle the willow. So
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Same,
If we'd say Bruce Wayne, I'd say footy. If we say Robert Pattinson, I'd say cricket.
okay, that's good.
It was a cop-out answer, but
No, I like it. I like it. All right, we've switched on.
again, we apologised a few weeks ago if Switch On is your favourite segment, and I think it was when we did the boat bracket. We just kind of rushed through.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
kind of a nothing Switch On again, but you know what? It's been a nothing sort of episode.
Sad boy, deal with it.
Sad boy.
Right, time to get into.
You want me to say it?
Yeah, you say it because I intro it, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
true. Yeah. My Mate's Multi is coming up next. Stick around.
Money! Money!
Okay, time for my mate's multi. Now, if you tuned in last week, you'd have noticed that we did do our usual 3 legs each, but those legs were sort of for the season, right? To go like for the Brownlow and end of season sort of stuff.
A few things there for the season end. Yeah.
Yeah, so obviously not going to check how those have been within the space of a week, but we're going to create some new ones right now for this week.
And if you want to know what they were last week, go back and listen to
Yeah.
last week's episode.
We're just constantly plugging ourselves, aren't we?
Someone's got to.
Someone's got to. Oh, we're in this
No,
spot again.
we're not. What's your multi this week, mate?
Leg 1. I will lose my Supercoach matchup this week by between 350 and 450 points.
This might show how bad I am at Supercoach, but that doesn't sound like that bad of a loss.
Yeah.
Although, it's draft, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, does it make a big difference?
Well, there's less players, isn't there, in draft?
I don't know.
Now I'm not sure. There was when I did it. I know you can set up different rules for depending on the competition you're in.
Yeah.
Okay. 350 and 450.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if I get my shit together and actually think about what I'm doing, maybe make a few changes here and there.
Everyone but Taron Thomas. How'd you go last week?
Not too well.
No?
Yeah, not too well. I start to realise that my midfield is not that strong.
It's the issue, is it? Is that-
and forward line not too strong as well.
Oh, shit.
I kind of went very strong with the defenders.
Defence wins premierships, mate.
I was like, all right, straight away. Well, no, straight away, Taron Thomas, and then defenders. You know,
All right.
But
So we'll see how that one goes.
yep. Sorry, that was
Yeah.
leg one. Leg two. There will be between 17,500 and 19,000 fans at the North versus West Coast blockbuster this Sunday afternoon.
Is it at Marvel?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a bang on.
It's
That's going to be bloody bang
It's
on.
going to be close. I mean, it might be dice. It's not a certainty. It could be
Yeah.
16,000. It could be 14,000. It
Could be 19,001.
yes, and I'd be happy if it was. You know, I'll take it.
I said like PTSD for when I was like a team will win a game after the siren. I'm like, I'll be happy as well. And then Geelong lost after the siren.
Exact words.
I was like, I'll be happy as well. You remember I posted the reel? I just repeated
The
that.
gone.
I was like, I'll be happy as well. I'll be happy as well. I'll be happy as well. And then, yeah, fucking hell.
That was good. That was really good content.
Thanks. No one gave a shit. No one gave a shit.
Let
about
them
it.
know, mate. Let
Yeah.
them know.
Maybe we'll bring it back.
Yeah, bring it back.
Bring it back.
Do it. Leg three.
Thank you.
Usman Khawaja, who made 91 yesterday, by the way.
You did, yeah.
He's the leading scorer by a very long stretch this series. I'm so
this calendar year.
I'm so happy going back to Pakistan, home country. But there's little wins, mate. You got to appreciate things like this when they happen because, like,
I mean, we do when it's Uzi because we love the man.
we love the man. Usman Khawaja and Meg Lanning will score the exact same amount of runs in their very next innings. Meg Lanning also led the Aussies home in a thrilling run chase yesterday. So,
Yeah. Are they both going to have an innings between now and next episode?
I believe so. You know, the Women's World Cup's happening at the moment, so definitely would. And I'm hoping Uzi gets another chance to bat.
Cool.
So if he doesn't, I guess do I still get that leg or no?
Well, we'll find out.
Okay.
Tune in next week to find out that. I know you're on the edge of your seats to find out what's happened there. But no, that's a very you multi, to be honest. I like that.
What do you got for me?
Kick into mine. Leg one. Buddy will still not have 1,000 goals by this time next week.
Mm-hmm.
Calling it.
Okay.
Leg two. I should have mentioned this earlier, actually. I will not get stuck in a garage between now and our next episode. So we record on a Tuesday night, okay? And usually I'm in the office on a Tuesday, and 5 o'clock hits. I'm just like, we're going straight here to record because it's quite an arduous process sometimes. Got there eventually. So was in the office a little later than usual. I was trying to get out. Went down to the car park, get the car out, turn around the corner to go up the ramp to leave, and the garage door is stuck about halfway up.
So it starts.
So it starts, and just doesn't move, and then very quickly there's a queue that goes all the way down from the top to like the second or third basement level.
Wow.
And yeah, it was a good 20 minutes just sitting there. We were on the phone to the the door company. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you're at the front of the queue as well.
My boss left a few minutes before me, and I've gone to go up to the top and seen his car there, or like what I assumed was his car, and I've turned around the corner and he's there. And I'm just like, I thought that was your car.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, the door's stuck. I'm like, well, I'm not reversing back down. I'm staying here.
Yeah.
So I was first out, but yeah, that was a weird way of telling that story by putting in a leg. But I will not get stuck in a garage this week. And leg three, just bringing it back to footy, because guess what? We're an AFL podcast.
Are we?
We're an AFL podcast. We will see our first barrel from outside 50 sail through the big sticks at post height, and everyone's going to go fucking crazy. And if it happens, fucking tag us on the gram at Fine Leg to Full Forward, because we will absolutely get around that like we always do.
We love a barrel.
We love a fucking barrel. So,
yes.
yeah. Couple of multis there.
Nice. I reckon they're all relatively. I reckon the third one might be a bit dicey. I reckon the first two are pretty safe.
We'll see. We'll see.
There we go.
Alrighty, the siren has sounded on our Sad Boy episode. Thanks for being on this journey with us. Thanks for letting us have a sook, even though you didn't really, we just kind of did it because it's what we decided we want to do.
Yep.
Yeah. Let us know your most heartbreaking moment, whether it's AFL related. Try and keep it AFL related. If not, we do like hearing from you in general. Come down to our level. Embrace the sad boy.
Embrace it. Let us know how you're feeling right now. You know, this is what we're here for that as well. You know,
we are.
We're here for you, and we appreciate that you're here for us.
Yeah. If you ever want to, our DMs are always open. Just slide on in, and we'll have a cry together.
Yeah.
We'll get together, and we'll get on a video call with you, and we'll just openly sob.
Sad boy moments. And sad boy songs too. Let us know.
Yeah, sad boy songs. Cool. On that note, mate, wrap her up.
Keep kicking goals.
See you next week, guys.